This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, Louisiana Realtor members. This is Norman Morris, CEO, and it's March 31st, the end of the month, and on behalf of Evelyn Wolford, Mark Goochly, and Eloise Goche and your leadership team, we want to say we hope all of you and your family and friends are staying healthy and safe during these trying times. This is the second major email and video of information that we're releasing to the entire membership today. And it's our goal here at Louisiana Realtors to make sure that any information that we provide to you, the member, is clear, concise, first and foremost reliable, and it's new and pertinent information that will help you, guide you through these difficult times. Louisiana Realtors remains committed to supporting you, the Realtor member, not only through the times when this virus is spreading, but also we're going to continue after when the virus is defeated and help you, the Realtor member, get back on your feet and kickstart your business in the new economy. I just want to highlight briefly what you're going to find in this email today, and I encourage you to read through it. Take your time because it's a lot of information that can help you directly, the Realtor member, not only individually but as a business owner. The first item I want to talk to you about is the $2 trillion economic package that was signed into law last week in Washington, D.C. It affects you in basically three different ways. The first is that many American citizens, including you, the Realtor member, will receive direct payments from the United States government depending on your net income according to your income taxes either from 2018 or 19. You'll either receive up to $1,200 if you singly file your taxes or up to $2,400 if you jointly file, and $500 per child under the age of 16, up to 2 children limit if you have income levels between a certain level. So you need to take this document and read and make sure to see if you're within those income levels that you may receive this income that you're going to be seeing in the next 3 weeks from the federal government. The second item I want to talk to you about in this handout is the unemployment benefits that the CARE Act and the stimulus plan provides. I will tell you that the law itself that was passed last week, it does allow for unemployment benefits to be paid to self-employed and independent contractors. Now, with that being said, I want to make everyone aware that the Louisiana Workforce Commission here in the state of Louisiana is going to be charged and tasked with coming up with the procedures and rules surrounding those benefits and who they may apply to. So I want to make it clear that the federal law allows for self-employed and independent contractors to be paid, but that will be ultimately up to the Louisiana Workforce Commission. So please click on the links in this section to the applications to their website. Now, I will say their website may not be up and fully functional now because the law is very new, and they're having to go back and retool their systems and try to get up and running for this influx of individuals trying to get unemployment benefits. So keep going back to that website, and certainly in a few days or a week, they should be up and running for you to be able to see if you're going to be eligible for unemployment benefits. The next benefit is to our Realtor member broker owners and possibly team leaders who are incorporated as well under the Small Business Administrative Loan Program. There are 2 loan programs available that broker owners or possibly team leaders can take advantage of. And I want to give you an outline of kind of what you need to do in general, and then certainly delve into this section of our email and pull up the application and all the ins and outs of the small business economic loan programs, of which there are 2. You need to first call your accountant or your financial advisor, and you need to make sure that you may be to see if you're eligible for one or both, or maybe none at all of the SBA loan programs. Once you determine that you may be eligible for one or both, you then need to call your local banker that you have a great relationship with and begin to set up that account so those loans can be paid into that account and you can use those for your businesses. So definitely take a look at this section. It's critically important that you see if you're eligible as a business owner to take advantage. I will say that the PPP loans in this section, if you meet certain guidelines, they are forgivable at the end of the 4-month period. So it's typically not a loan, but actually a grant. So as I said, take this section and really delve into it, and hopefully you'll be able to take advantage of the SBA loan program offered by the CARE Act and the stimulus plan. The next item I want in our handout, an email I want you to look at, is the rental property Q&A. Many questions have come up about tenants, landlord, the rights of each, paying rents, so forth. Because, a lot of people may have lost their jobs or they're out of jobs. So we're encouraging everyone to work with your tenants and come up with a plan, because they're suffering as well. But I also want to make you aware of something you may not be aware of, and that is that if you have a mortgage with, say, a State Bank or Chase or Wells Fargo, one of the big banks in the country, on your own unit or multifamily units, or your client does, pick up the phone and call your banker and work with them, because the state banks and other banks are telling us that if you work with them, they will work with you on deferring your mortgage payments on those rental units for 30, 60, 90 days, which would be a great benefit during this time, particularly if tenants cannot make all or some of their payments that you're used to getting on a monthly basis. Next item on the email agenda is a great item that just came out from the federal government, and that's relief on paying your flood insurance premiums. If you have any client or yourself that had flood insurance premiums due between February 13th and June 15th, 2020, those premiums will not have to be paid until after June the 15th of 2020. So in that time frame, your flood insurance premiums have been deferred till that later date. So take a look at that section as well. The last item of information on our email today is advice on hold harmless agreements and some other issues as it relates to you dealing with clients and customers and properties. We're not coming out at Louisiana Realtors with a specific hold harmless form, due to the fact that there are many different types of hold harmless forms out there, and they may vary not only geographic to geographic, but also board to board. But what we have done is given you some general advice on what a hold harmless agreement is, what it is not, what it may cover, what it may not. And I want to make everyone aware of those companies that are either considering using them or actually using them now. Please ensure that your agents are well versed in what a hold harmless agreement does and what it does not do, and that they can explain that form accurately and correctly for those individuals they're asking to sign that form. So take a look at this section. I think it's some great information that you can take that will help you as you work through working with clients and customers. Also in this email is our taped versions of the webinars that we've had with Senator Bill Cassidy last week. And then just this morning, we conducted one, as many of you may have been on, with U.S. Representative Congressman Garrett Graves. So we want you to take advantage of that as well. All of this information that I've highlighted today and in the detailed information in this email can also be accessed at any time on our website. And if you go to www.larealtors.org/news tab down to coronavirus section, there's a full resource page that you can take advantage of and share with your clients and customers, and also for yourself to help guide you through this situation. Should you have further questions or need more information or tools or resources, just email us at info@larealtors.org. That's info@larealtors.org. I'm going to close with a couple items here today. I want to still make you aware that this is a very serious virus, and the president has extended his social distancing policies and the CDC guidelines until the end of April. The governor's order of stay at home except for essential workers, it is extended, or it goes until April the 12th, but the governor in the last couple of days has made some comments that may also be extended this week until the end of April as well. So stay tuned for that information. But the point being, please do your best to stay at home. Social distancing is important. Be sure to disinfect those areas, wash your hands continuously, and keep all those areas clean, because as soon as we can get this virus under control and defeated, we all can move forward and restart our businesses and economy like we want it to be. So I encourage you to please, if you can work with clients virtually or show property virtually or use technology to keep you from having to meet face to face, we certainly encourage you to do so. If you have to meet face to face, remember the CDC guidelines and that you cannot be in one place at one time with 10 or more people. So we encourage you to do that. And I know we're going through some trying times, unprecedented times in the world today. And I always think that we need a little positive energy here to try to keep hope alive and keep positive as we, are staying at home, taking care of children, doing the things that we need to do to make sure this disease does not, spread any worse than it is. And I want to try to share something that really kind of hit home with me last week that I think is a positive that we can maybe take forward after this virus concludes. And that is, I was jogging in my neighborhood, and I looked up, and just something made me just kind of look up, and I just noticed how many people were outside in their front yards talking to their neighbors, talking to their children, playing with their children, just having a great time with no cell phones, no computers, no 24-hour news cycles in front of them, hearing the negative news. And I just thought for a minute, and I said, that reminds me of when I was a child growing up, where all we knew when we got home or from school or when we were at home on the weekends, we didn't have all of that. We just went out and we played in the neighborhood, had a great time. We knew everybody in our neighborhood. So what I hopefully will take from this, and as we get into more calm waters and times get better and we've defeated this virus, I hope all of us will remember that life is too short not to make sure that we're, looking out and seeing the ones that really mean the most to us, and that's our family, our friends, our neighbors. So I hope we'll take some time, even in the future, whether it's a minute, 2 minutes, 30 minutes, a weekend, or whatever it may be, to tell someone they're appreciated, to go over and say, hey, what have you been up to? Have a conversation with those people, and maybe put your phone down for 30 minutes or your iPad or your computer, and definitely turn off the TV and just have that quiet time that you can really just reflect and really make clear in your mind what's really important in this world and in this life. So I think that's a positive right now that I see that we can take forward as we move forward in this second phase, and that's getting away from this virus and then starting and kickstarting your businesses in the new economy. So again, on behalf of Evelyn Wolford, Mark Goochely, and Eloise Goche, and your entire Louisiana Realtors staff, who are working extremely hard every day from home, still carrying out the operations of Louisiana Realtors, we are here for you to help you through this difficult time, and also to help you in the future to make sure your business is up and running in the fashion that you want to see it running, and we're here to help you. So call us and let us know what you need, and we appreciate this time this morning, and take a look at all of our information. So have a great week, and we'll be in touch soon.